Lo-fi hip-hop beats would not exist if it wasn't for these two right here. Let me explain. On February 7th, 1974, the world gave us two men that would go on to change hip-hop. And their names was Dilla and Nujabes. Yes, both men were born on the same day, and I'm pretty sure if I did more research, it would be the same time too. But Jay was born in Detroit, Michigan. Nujabes was born in Tokyo, Japan. Though they were born miles apart, the impact that the two had on hip-hop went a long way, so here's some fun facts. Like I mentioned before, both men pretty much pioneered lo-fi hip-hop, but they both did it in a different way. Because while Nujabes was an actual audio engineer, I mean, he built keyboards and all that stuff, though Jay Dilla was also an audio engineer, he did not use manuals. Jay was told he didn't really have to read manuals by his first mentor, who was Amp Fiddler. Not Q-Tip, though he did play a big role in Jay's career. But Amp told Jay the best way to learn how to do this production stuff is to figure it out by himself. And to be honest, he was right. I believe it's because of this that Jay developed his signature sound, which is known as Dilla time. And for those that don't know what Dilla time is, it's kind of hard to explain, but the best example of it is Running by the Far Side. Because though the beat sounds like it's following a constant pattern in BPM, if you really listen to it, there's a strong swing to it. When you listen to this swing, it kind of puts you in a trance that only Dilla time can. Back to this man Nujabes. Like many of you guys may know, his name comes from his real name said backward. Now, I don't know where the Yamada comes from, but I do know his real name is Jun Seba. And there's actually not much known about Jun other than the fact that he was a really, really good audio engineer and that he was a really good producer. Though he was a very outgoing person, he kept his personal life to himself. Like, this is the only photo we have of him and his wife. Before this, no one knew he had a wife or even a daughter. It didn't matter because Nujabes wanted you to focus on the music. And unlike Jay Dilla, his approach to it was very technical, being that he was an actual audio engineer. He worked with this type of equipment and stuff on a daily. If you're interested in what equipment he used, there's a whole Reddit thread dedicated to this. And it's actually interesting to see how minimal but intricate his whole setup was. If you're wondering how a man like Nujabes was able to influence such a big part of hip-hop, something that was still new to Japan at the time, well, the answer is timing. Around the time Nujabes began, city pop in Japan was popping off. If you listen to city pop, then you know there's a lot of jazz and blues production. With Nujabes owning one of the biggest record stores in Japan, he had access to it all. Just like his lo-fi brother Jay, who was working with a lot of jazz and blues influenced rappers. Rappers like Common. And if you're wondering if Jay raps, well, he does. He doesn't have a lot of songs, but he does have this one song called F the Police. Which is funny because he used to be a junior police cadet in Detroit, but made the song a response of all the injustice going on in Detroit. He also was going to go to the Air Force, but decided to focus on music. Which is interesting because when you look up the man who helped compose Samurai Shampoo with Nujabes, yes, Nujabes worked on this too. But the guy they mentioned actually had something going on with the Space Force, so I don't know. But it was also said that that's just a fan trying to write his way into history, which is honestly hilarious. But one last fun fact I want to make about Dilla is that if you ever listen to the Donuts tape, and if that's your favorite tape, just know that Jay put his heart and soul in that project, with it being the last project he made on a hospital bed, or just the last project he made in general. Made on a SP303, which honestly is the most tedious equipment to use in this position. Like, think about it, the whole project was made on this, and we were given something that transcends through time. And though much is not known about Nujabes, his music transcends generations too. Sadly, both of these wonderful producers would pass away in the month that they were born, so not only do we say happy birthday, but we also say rest in peace. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, follow,